Hello students, today we are going to talk about a very important term which is known as power factor in AC circuits. Now why it is important we will very shortly know, and we shall also talk about the virtual power in AC circuit, and we will derive the expression for each of these. You see, we have already learned that in any reactive circuit, any circuit which contains inductance or capacitance are called reactive circuits because they react according to the frequency of applied alternating EMF. And we have already talked that for purely inductive circuit, the reactance is known as inductive reactance, and for purely capacitive circuit the reactance is known as capacitive reactance, and we have also derived the expressions for these separately. Well, if we have a circuit which is a combination of these two, we will have a different reactance taken together, which we call it impedance, and we shall derive the expression for that in the coming topics of this chapter. Well, so now the point is that if we have a reactive circuit, then it means that in general there shall be a phase difference between applied EMF, applied voltage and the current flowing through the circuit. So in this case, if we assume that we have some reactive circuit and an AC voltage is applied across the circuit, we assume that in this case the current and voltage differ in phase by phi, and current lags by phi angle with respect to the voltage applied in the circuit. And if we have assumed like that, we can very much write easily write that power is, we know power is voltage into current. So power in the AC circuit will be equal to voltage into current, and for voltage we have taken the simpler case, means epoch value was taken to be 0, and then for E we have E0 sin omega t, and for current, as we have assumed that the current is lagging behind the applied voltage by phi angle, therefore we write for current, instantaneous current I, we write I0 sin omega t minus phi, where I0 is the peak value of the current and E0 is the peak value of the applied voltage. E is the instantaneous voltage applied in the circuit. So we got this expression for power. Now we can find work done in the one complete cycle, means for during the time duration t is equal to 0 to capital T, where capital T is the time period of the applied AC wave. So we can write total work done could be found by integrating the amount of work done in time dt. So power into time dt is the work done, and we integrate it for the time duration t is equal to 0 to capital T, and for PAC we have already got this expression E0 sin omega t into I0 sin omega t minus phi. So we write for power E0 sin omega t into I0 sin omega t minus phi and into dt. So this is the expression for work done in one complete cycle of AC. And if you expand this term sin omega t minus phi using the relation sin A into sin A minus B equal to sin A into cos B minus cos A into sin B, we expand this relation. So we get for sin omega t minus phi equal to sin omega t into cos phi minus cos omega t into sin phi, and dt was already there, E0 sin omega t was already there. Now when you open this bracket, you see you get E0 is here, I0 is here, so you get E0 I0 sin omega t into sin omega t, it becomes sin square omega t, cos phi is already there. Now you open up with and multiply with the second term, so sin omega t into cos omega t into sin phi. Also you see we have written a factor 2 by 2, so there is no harm done. We multiply it by 2 and divide it by 2. Why we have done it like this? Because we want to write it in some standard form, and you know 2 sin A into cos B equal to sin 2A. Sorry, 2 sin A into cos A equal to sin 2A. So to have this expression written in that form, we have multiplied it by 2 and divided it by 2. So using the upper part, using this factor 2 sin omega t cos omega t, we can write for this within the circle as sin 2 omega t. So we get sin 2 omega t over here, sin phi is already there and half factor stays there. So for this term we have E0 by 2, E0 by E0 I0 is common for both these terms. So we have E0 I0 by 2 into sin phi is there, and for this factor we have written sin 2 omega t dt, and half factor is there. And for the first term you have already sin square omega t into cos phi, sin square omega t into cos phi into dt. So we are writing E0 I0 cos phi together because these are constants. So only the factor which can be integrated is sin square omega t dt. So that is left aside at one end, and constant factors are kept at another end. Now if you must refer to the previous lecture in which we have discussed that what is the value of sin square omega t dt found if we find it for the integration is found to be equal to this much, and for this relation you have you see omega t taken t is equal to 0, this term and both becomes 0. So integration of sin 2 omega t dt is 0 for the limit t is equal to 0 to capital T, and for sin square omega t dt we have t by 2. So using these two factors, these two values, we can write for this factor as t by 2. And this factor vanishes, becomes 0. So we get power work done is equal to E0 I0 cos phi into t by 2 minus 0. That means work done is this much. When we divide the work done by time, we get power. So power is equal to total work done by total time taken. We are taking the whole time period, so divided by time period capital T, t cancels here, and therefore we get E0 I0 by 2 into cos phi. And this can be rewritten as E0 by root 2 into I0 by root 2 into cos phi, because 2 can be written as a product of root 2 into root 2, and one root 2 is kept over here in the denominator of E0, another root 2 is kept in the denominator of I0. Why we have done this? Because we know we have just derived in the previous lecture that I RMS value and E RMS value is this much. This is the value of E RMS, E0 by root 2, and this is the value of I RMS, I0 by root 2. So for these things we can write, instead of E0 by root 2 we can write E RMS, I RMS for I0 by root 2 and cos phi. So what you see is the power in the AC circuit is the product of ERMS and IRMS and cos phi. Sorry, in all these three expressions we see that ERMS for a given source of EMF and IRMS for a given circuit of the given AC circuit, they remains constant. The only factor which will be dominating the power is cos phi, and so we call it power factor. Now you see, if this power factor is maximum, the power in the AC circuit will be maximum. And what could be the maximum value of cos phi? It is 1. This happens when phi is equal to 0 degree. And the power in the AC circuit could be minimum when cos phi is minimum. And what could be the minimum value of cos phi? It could be 0. And this is 0 only when phi is 90 degree. It means that if the phase difference between instantaneous current and voltage is by 90 degree, the power in AC circuit will be 0. And this is what we also call wattless current. Means current is flowing in the circuit, still no power is consumed. But practically we don't have wattless currents in true sense, because however small may be the case, the phase difference is never completely 90 degree. It is slightly less than 90 degree, because of the fact that any circuit will have essentially some resistance in it, and therefore the phi factor is never completely 90 degree. But ideally we can take that phi will be 90 degree in case of purely capacitive circuit without any resistance. In case of purely inductive circuit without any resistance. But I told you earlier that resistance could be there inevitably. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.